What if I'm not funny today?
Jesus Christ.
That's how it goes sometimes, bro.
Just kidding. Good Christ.
I eat legs of your egg, bacon at your asshole. I don't give a fuck, I'm making hash brown casserole. Breakfast bitches makes me feel good.
We're good?
Can we just do caveman calls from the desk from now on? Are we good?
Shit your pants. Do you want to count me down from 3?
Sure. 99, 98. 3, 2, 1. Fat kids!
Fat kids! We're so back. It's episode 4, people.
Let's go.
I am one of the hosts, Sam Hunter. On the boards is Justin JJ Bootleg with the producer cam now, so you got to look at his fucking sexy ass.
Ooh.
The man on the couch, one half of the couch, is the roast battle DJ god himself, MC Lunchbox. What's good, my boy?
Let's go,
you
Lunch.
know, just living a good life, having a good day. How the fuck are we, fat kids? Fuck.
Love the energy.
You're
Big
one
time
sip
energy.
into that energy drink, dude. I'm so stoked for what happens next.
To my left, my comedy husband, Mr. Professor Chad J.
What's up? How y'all doing?
The Polish salami himself.
Ooh.
And we have a guest. We have a guest. A very funny comedian from Boston, now in Austin, which is almost the same city. Nat Rogachevsky. Hi, Nat.
What's up, you guys? This is cool. Sorry, I'm not super razz.
Oh, hell
like
no.
everybody's
No,
been.
we'll get there.
Razz.
This feels like RU Rochester garbage plate.
That's funny. I like that.
Oh,
It's
my
it's
God,
not that
man.
far off.
I had 3 crazy intros to think of that before it came.
Hell yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. Half a zinger.
An underwhelming joke to lead us off.
Yeah.
Batting lead off for us, the Russian Jew lays down a bunt.
Yeah.
Gets thrown out of face.
That would be a bunt that would be a bunt where I get called out, but I get second to third. No run, no RBI, but someone got to third.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
You got the sacrifice, but yeah, no RBI.
I did want to talk to you about that massive hailstorm that your people brought last night to Austin
Oh, we're back, dude.
because
Anti-Semitism, we're back.
I used to have the carport to cover my shit, and now like every other poor person in Austin, I just have to leave my car on the street.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of middle of the evening last night, and it sounded like a bunch of midgets were beating the shit out of my house with hammers.
Yeah.
I've never experienced hail like that in Austin before. It was absolutely insane. So can you just give us a backstory? Like, what was your guys' motivation?
It dented the shit out of my car.
Yeah, same.
It's fucking dings all over.
Okay.
Or are you gonna file an insurance claim?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I
I
heard
was
it
gonna
makes it
say,
go up.
I was gonna say, were you?
You guys don't
because
pay? Are you kidding me?
Well, we're funding. It's almost when I pay insurance, it's essentially money laundering. Is what it is.
It's robbing Peter to pay Jacoby.
That's right. No, it dinged the shit out of my car, and I don't know what to really do. I think my insurance will go up because now I'm in a hail area.
If you make a claim, you will. And you drive a dreidel, right? those are hard to replace. So, oh boy, yeah, that's pretty
It's
sick.
actually one of those Shriners cars. It's just like a little burgundy box.
I was thinking when you honk, it doesn't go. Eh.
I refuse to
Oh,
make fun of
boy.
the Jews.
Oh, geez.
My claimant.
No, what the fuck is up, Nat? It's awesome to have you, man.
Yeah, it's good to be here, you guys.
Thank you, Chad.
I need
for
you.
having
I
me.
need you to get into the lineage of this shirt, though.
All right,
What
so
is
check
happening?
it out. I didn't even think about this, but my boy
Mhm.
Brendan started a company within FSG Prints here in Austin, Texas. It's called Husky Boys, and it's for Husky Boys by Husky Boys. It's all about eating good, smoking good, drinking good. I don't do the last two, but the whole brand's about just doing it up
Doing
and
the Lord's
indulgence
work.
and enjoying being a big boy.
Hell yeah.
And all their shit's dope. And you can find it on FSG.com or check out Husky Boy, I think, on Instagram. And it's
Husky
a
Boy.
sick ass shirt, dude.
There needs to be more because, like, it's been
The
a while,
alien's
but
pretty skinny.
the big and tall.
That's a good point. That alien should be fat. Not to give your friend notes
Or
already,
husky.
because I appreciate the brand.
Sure.
If they would have put a couple LBs on that alien, that would have really sold it for me.
I'm with you, but what you don't understand is he is large, but he's controlling your mind to perceive him as small.
The
That's
alien.
not very
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very body positive.
I mean,
We're going to
Also,
say this shirt's fat, but
however
really
we
you
need
should
to
be
get there.
skinny like this fucking alien.
Also, FUBU for fat guys is awesome.
Yeah.
For us, by us for fat dudes.
Yeah.
That shit rules. It should be FFBF.
Food
For-
us, beef us.
For fats,
Food
by
us, beef
fats.
us.
I mean, I love that you gave your friend a shout out and like I have some notes already. I'm interested, but I have criticism.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, can I be a model and can you pay me money?
that's the price of a shout out, though. You know.
Yeah, on the biggest podcast on earth.
Yeah. People
Obviously.
are gonna those fucking stocks.
I'm just down with the name Husky Boys.
Yeah.
Husky
That's such
Boys
a
is nice.
sexy name.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool brand. He's a cool guy.
Hell yeah.
He's big.
I
Drip,
bet.
all the drip.
How big is
Yeah.
he?
He's like a tall and jail fat.
Hell
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Jail fat.
Yeah.
I get that.
So he's low key shredded.
Nah,
Just
like,
loves Jamaican
he
beef
looks,
patties.
He looks strong. He looks strong. I don't know if he is, but he's just like big in general.
Mhm.
He's like the kind of big where like it doesn't look like you wouldn't call him fat, but he is. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like imagine me
Mhm.
plus like 5 inches. You'd be like, that's just like a big guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But at 5 inches shorter as I am, I'm fat.
For sure.
Yeah.
You have a great excuse though. Because like being fat is better than on heroin.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. The guy gets sober and puts on his freshman 70.
No, well, hey.
Oh, the classic freshman
This
70.
is my freshman 15 times 3.
Yeah.
I actually accomplished the freshman 86 in high school. Not a joke. Anyway, what else is going on? guys?
What's a good heroin meal?
You know
More
what, dude?
heroin.
You know what, dude? So I always had a sweet tooth, and for a while all I ate was like pizza, ice cream, and then you have this like insatiable like thirst and sweet tooth. So I would just like chug at one time one like Mountain Dew Code Red, just like and then I would do that to like semi satiate, and then I would sip on something, then I would sip on another soda.
But you always have to have that
interesting.
Code Red
Yeah.
chug.
It's like the alcoholic that gets a beer and a shot.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
You
does
just
that?
fucking
That's-
bang that back
Yeah.
and then I don't know what kind of asshole's doing
That's
that like
fucking crazy.
3 or 4 times a night
What?
at the creek.
Yeah, I
What?
was
What?
like
That's crazy.
I was way smaller than I am now, but I was like never like a skinny emaciated junkie. I was always hefty.
I've seen pictures of you when you were younger, like in your crack phase, like
Yeah.
your crack era.
Yeah.
And you looked, you were handsome for a crackhead. Can I say that?
Yes.
And mean it?
Yeah.
Like
I would agree.
Yeah.
You
I
looked
would
better.
agree.
You looked better on
I
crack,
would
and we
put
want
a
you to.
smooch on you.
We
know
want you to
what's-
go back.
It's unfortunate. I was a good looking kid,
Mhm.
but the soul was so like demented. I
Sure.
was on like a 2-year dry spell at one point.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
Because you didn't give a shit about pussy. You were just looking for crack.
No, I wanted to have sex and no one wanted to have sex with me. Because my whole vibe was just like it was just, you know what I mean? I wasn't attractive at
Yeah.
all to anybody.
No one's taking the bait when the pickup line is just a droopy eyed fella going, "You want to go home? You
Yeah.
want to come home?"
Well, I'm imagining on like the Tinder profile because I'm back, which is a goddamn nightmare. Where it's like drinks occasionally, works out often, then it's just like crack, also crack.
Little bit of
I'm
rock.
smoking crack. Do you smoke crack? Because we should smoke crack.
Yeah, well, because it would be, I'd have to lie about what I do, right? Because it would be like nothing. And it's like,
Hell yeah, dude.
interests, hobbies. It's like, oh, we gave those up a long time ago. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's
crack,
not,
crack.
yeah, it's crack and dope. I like shooting dope. I need to find like water.
Mm.
I need to find water to shoot the dope with. And if there's none around, I'll just use like a puddle. And then,
Oh my god.
and so like, it's just like, what would we even talk about? I remember this one time, this girl that I like used to hook up with in high school, we started talking again while I was using. I had her come over. She was just like drunk and came over like after bars and stuff. And I didn't even have like the ability to like clean up after myself. I was just like that fucked up. So she comes home to just like a junkyard.
Mm.
So there's just like skags and like fucking blacked out foils all over the room. I was like, don't worry about those. And
So my
she's like,
fucking roommate is the worst.
yeah.
My mother. She's like, she can't take care of this place, right?
Yeah.
That wacky broad.
Yeah. She's a dizzy bitch.
Were you
Oh,
really
man.
smoking crack during your heroin phase?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you
So
prefer?
like go to bed with heroin,
Heroin.
wake up with crack?
No. It was like if I had a couple extra bucks, I would do some crack.
Oh, that
What
was
does-
the
what does
dessert.
crack feel like?
Awesome.
Hell
so
yeah.
righteous. It's so
I'll do
good.
crack on this podcast for the first time.
Let's all do crack.
If you enjoy,
crack kids, whoa.
Yeah.
if you don't like blow, you might not like crack.
Nah,
But even then, you might. But if you like blow, you love it. It's awesome. It's so great.
blow stinks.
Yeah,
I know
crack's
just-
good though.
Blow stinks.
I
right,
never
Chad?
like.
What you
Coke.
mean is that the day after you do blow stinks.
No, what I mean is I hate listening to myself talk about like politics because I just did a line of blow and I'm like, listen, Hillary Clinton's a bad person and I'm going to tell you all about it.
I'll tell
We
you,
really
I
need term
never.
limits, guys. This is fucking bullshit.
If there was medical blow, I would do it. You know?
Unless it's really, really good, I usually
Then it-
don't. You can tell when someone's on good blow
Mhm.
because they're a little more bearable
Yeah.
when it's like clean blow.
Yeah.
Most people are, the worst though is a fat guy on blow.
Yeah.
And in the Austin comedy scene, whenever a fat guy's on blow, I like, get away
It's
from
like,
me.
well, I
Sure.
didn't think you could sweat any more than you already did.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
you're going for it right now.
You feel like you're in danger when you're
Yeah.
around a fatty who's
yeah,
on
dude.
coke.
They're going to collapse and fall on me. Now we're both dead.
Yeah,
That's wild.
It's a liability for everyone around because
If
either
you're-
we're gonna have to call an ambulance for me or him.
Yeah. If you're sitting sedentary at a bar and you have one t-shirt on your body and another one in your hand because you're sweating like you just hit a bag for 60 minutes and you literally just wiping fucking Gatorade bottles of sweat off your face every 5 seconds and like the mouth breathing is really what gets me.
Yeah,
And just the constant fucking gnawing of the teeth. It's like, buddy, this story already sucks, but you're making like the worst video ASMR
Having
video
like
of all
a-
time.
having like a stage rag
Yes.
when you're not on stage
Oh, yeah, dude.
is a bad look.
I feel like there's one
Unless you're
comic that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
in
that's
all of
cool.
our heads right now, and picturing him getting like put into an ambulance sounds pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
It's like
There's
42
nine.
guys.
There's
put
nine.
them
I
in.
was about to say.
like the
They drop him down, and then the guys start looking around. They're like, "You just gonna stand here and watch? Or you gonna pitch in?
Yeah.
This isn't happening on its own,
guys,
guys."
they're like in a big rush to get him to the hospital, but they still have the time to say, "Looks like I don't have to go to the gym today."
Great
My
joke.
arm's getting bigger, Mark.
Great joke. I just imagine like they
I honestly didn't think we were gonna pull that off.
I love
like high fiving as the door's still open.
Yeah,
they get the phone call and they hang up. They're like, all right, we got to go get a giant man on blow who just dropped dead. Can anyone deadlift 900 pounds? Just a quick poll of the room from college dropouts who are now EMS. Can anyone deadlift like fucking Schwarzenegger in his day?
Oh my god,
Dude, coke stinks. And so good to know I wouldn't like crack. Unfortunately, I think I would really like heroin.
I didn't say that you wouldn't like
Oof.
crack. I'd say you might not.
Oh, you know what? I'm back in.
I didn't really enjoy blow ever, but I really liked crack.
I had
know
a
what?
buddy who had kind of a hooker problem.
I love that.
He figured out it was cheaper to get crack whores by buying crack and using that to pay them for sex. And he had like a good 2 or 3 year run of going and picking up crack whores.
He was the Cal Ripken.
He would just go by. He
Of
wouldn't
crack
smoke
whores?
any of the crack. He wouldn't do it. He would just use it for like cheaper hooker rates.
That takes discipline. Not smoking the
It's pretty
crack.
smart.
I mean, yeah, that's
Did anyone else notice producer homie
brilliant.
eyes closed nodding? Like,
yes, 1,000%.
Just
I wanted to call you,
you,
out.
you started talking about this. You started talking about it and he went,
That's the friend. I just didn't want to name names.
I was about to say, I wanted to call you
From
out.
his mouth to God's ears.
Yeah.
It's
I was like,
it's just good business.
your first words on this podcast have been, that's right.
I know that's right.
Hi, man.
I know
Do you
that's
remember
right,
that,
boo.
dude? Do you remember that episode of Curb when Larry picks up a hooker so that he
To
can
get in the HOV.
to get the HOV
Amazing.
lane to the
Yeah.
baseball game
Oh,
because
that's
he's running
so
late?
hilarious.
That's just fucking too much.
The best.
That's the same episode they were able to catch or give a murderer an alibi, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What a classic. So he would start buying crack for,
Yeah. Just to pay the hookers.
yeah.
So it'd be a little cheaper for
I
him.
did that with Molly one time for a whore.
Well, I think that's why you buy Molly.
Yeah, for girls.
Yeah.
Well, I was getting
You
it
do too.
really cheap, so it became very advantageous for me.
Well, if it was
to
really
use as a
cheap, was it
bargaining.
just meth?
No.
Because I've done meth once because a guy was like, "This is Molly." Then I snorted it, and he was like, "It's meth." I was like, "Oh shit, let's have a fucking
This
party."
same
dude."
friend had a minstrel art gallery in his house.
Oh, dude, is
He would bang chicks on their period and then take the paper towel and wipe off, and he thought it looked like pretty art. And
Like
then
a Rorschach? What
yeah,
the
exactly.
fuck is wrong
And then he
with
would
this
take
guy?
that paper towel, unfold it, and then put it in a.
Did his apartment smell like one giant penny?
Honestly, it smelled pretty. It was like pretty nice apartment.
Why does it smell like 9-volt batteries in here every time I'm?
Hey guys, does anyone else smell like the back of the hammer? Or
I'm like ruining the riff, but I want to like beat that guy up.
He's dope. There's a Vice article about him
I hate
because
it so much.
he got shot in the head and
This guy?
yeah, for real, and it turned him into like a
There's a Vice
sexual,
article
yeah,
about him?
It turned
You're
him,
like, I don't want to name names.
I'll name names. Jeff Wood. He's in the band Shaft.
what a legend, dude.
I don't want to name names, but if you want to just literally Google the details of the story,
And Vice.
there's a Vice
Jeff
article.
Wood Vice.
That's so crazy,
Dude,
man.
it's so funny to hear like legendary comics were like they were this sweet young kid and they got hit by a car and then they became a genius comedian. That guy got like shot in the head and he didn't turn
During
into
the LA riots.
Yeah.
He was in a band with
Bro.
called like Stormtroopers of Death or something of Death, and then they were playing a show in LA during the LA riots. Stray bullet, cacao, hit him in the fucking head.
That's but like that's the thing is like if you get head trauma, you either become Sam Kinison or you just have period blood all over your apartment.
Yeah.
That's a bad end of the deal.
I mean, anything is art if you put it in a frame, right?
Looks like.
What's that?
Anything is art if you put it in
SHAT.
a frame.
Did he frame him?
Yeah, he had. I only went to his place once. I stayed with him one time when I was on tour. I couldn't go to Canada,
You couldn't go to Canada?
Holy shit.
so I stayed with him in Jersey.
Why couldn't you go to Canada?
I just didn't have a passport.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was hoping that for a nice DUI story or something.
No.
I was mishearing you, and I
My
just
record
realized
is
that
really
his
clean.
band name is Shat,
Shat.
which is the
Yeah, you thought Shaft, right?
I thought Shaq.
yeah. It is actually
just
the
go to
the-
Google Images to show
hate
a
this
picture
guy.
of him.
He got shot in the head, dude. What if you got shot in the head and now you just love little boys?
That would suck.
Well, you already do.
Is this the homie right here?
Yeah,
Oh,
look at that
dude.
middle
Into it.
picture. That's what he wears on stage.
Do you
with
know
all
what?
the fucking
Do you know
dildos
who he
on him
looks
and
like?
shit.
He looks like the guy that they just posted the video of in Philly, the punk band, where he starts throwing up on stage and then starts chugging a beer and keeps throwing up, and every time he throws up, he just keeps chugging the beer
Oh, God.
and just continuously throws up.
Ugh.
Well, dude, if you're in a band and you have to buy crack for whores, how bad is your band?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't get
Well,
enough
those songs
pussy?
are pretty dope. It's all just like porn rock. Like songs like "Let me stick it in your double chin, double chin, double chin, double chin." It's really catchy.
I'm back in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Now I'm back on board.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot
He's
because
a
he got shot in the
genius.
head, but he's a fucking genius for sure.
All right, he's a genius. It's settled.
Is this guy right here?
His
Fucking
balls
double chin.
are out on stage.
He's
yeah.
wearing a helmet covered in dildos.
Dude,
like
this
$1,000 worth of dildos.
This is like before Miley Cyrus even. This guy's ahead of his time.
I
When
like
Miley Cyrus does
it's
it, it's
funny
edgy.
because everyone's like looking for an angle. You know what I mean? And this,
Jews are anyway.
to settle on. Oh man, that's crazy. That's real.
We could have got Steve's brain fixed, but then we wouldn't have been able to afford this dildo helmet. Holy shit. Good investment though. The
Wild.
Chronicles.
I just saw a review of a song called "Grandpa's Playing with His Penis." real thoughtful
I
stuff.
got a point too. It
Based
was
on a true
Barstool, too.
story.
At his house too, he had in his studio room, he had all these fucking post-it notes around, and they just had the dumbest like names of songs, and his whole room was covered in them. Like things
bet.
like "Grandpa's playing with his penis." And,
Yeah, that's weirder than the period art for sure.
weird. His songs on his wall.
Is that different from a set list? I was telling Chad last night. I did the mic here, and I did like whatever amount of time of new stuff that's been working. And then I was like, I don't have time to do this joke, but in my notes it just says "fart powered wheelchair," and it got the biggest laugh on my set. And I was like, well, I don't know what comedy is anymore. So me and that guy, we might have something in common.
Yeah, it's interesting when like the gross aesthetic is like your whole thing, right? Because it's not just the band. Like he made the band, but he is that guy also for real.
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? What came first? Like the idea to make like this weird porn rock or collecting period blood Rorschachs.
Yeah, I loved when they found out like when the Me Too thing leaked. And everyone was like, "Oh, did you hear Marilyn Manson's had
Right.
girls in cages in his mansion?" And I'm like, "Have you fucking seen him?
Yeah.
Like this
I
is
really
this
like-
is catching you as a surprise?"
I really like Rammstein guy. Now
Yeah.
he's getting canceled about everything. And it was like they had like all the like kind of like culture of like their like backstage apparently like they'd have all these girls that they'd find who like bought tickets and they'd like Instagram find the hottest ones on Instagram, invite them to like the front row and have the producers like pull them backstage and stuff.
Sure.
And like with some expectancy to like fuck Till Lindemann, you know, Till Hammer.
Of course.
And so they would have a room designed under every stage and they called it the fuck pit. Yeah. And so all these girls are like, yeah, so, and it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't really know the validity of it. Like, there's a lot of allegations, but.
Oh, sorry. Big breakfast.
Your fart,
your fart sounds like a loud car. Yeah. But, and then it's like, yeah. And then they'd be like, yeah. So then they take us to the fuck pit. And all of a sudden the guy takes his cock out and I'm like, hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I thought we were having a conversation.
Yeah. I thought you were telling me secrets in the
star signs.
Crazy
I
stuff.
thought we were gonna have a shot.
I know
of
you're
beer
covered
the
in
fuck pit.
fucking engine oil and you've been lighting pyrotechnics off for the last hour screaming in German, but I thought we were going to have a really nice conversation.
I enjoy more.
Do you guys have any Pinot Grigio? What the fuck?
Is this not craft services?
What are we doing?
I thought we were going to debate the Old Testament in the fuck pit.
I like the other guy more. I like the guy who's like, you know, in some kind of like wicked badass metal band, but then, and like dresses the part, loves metal and everything, but then just like is a quiet family guy. I like that guy.
Good example of that is
Henry Rollins.
George from Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's like looks like the scariest. I did a couple tours with him back in the day, and he's like the sweetest family guy
I
ever.
like those guys.
That's the best.
He posts like hunting pictures with his family, but it's really just them going to carnivals and winning big stuffed animals
that's so
and shit
cute.
like
That's
that.
amazing.
That rules. And that's opposed to the worst archetype, especially with comedians, people who work clean and then are the biggest pieces of shit on earth in their regular life. Be like, I don't swear, I don't talk about my dick. All I do is drug and rape women in my personal life. It's not a big deal.
Who's the ultimate one?
Art
of that?
is pure. Cosby, of course.
Cosby, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Unless, like, you know, Seinfeld, like, it comes out years later. He's like the worst piece of shit ever. But
Didn't he have an 11-year-old wife?
17.
Oh, same thing.
But have you? She was hot, dude. All right, can we give it a pass?
She was pretty bad.
Got it.
Shit comes out in the news. The guy's like, listen, I don't curse. I eat clean. I drive the speed limit. Who gives a shit if I drown a puppy every Thursday?
Yeah.
Get over it.
It's life, dude. It's
Everybody
human
gets
beings.
I
one.
set a cat on fire and throw it at an old woman in a wheelchair. Why are we splitting hairs?
Yeah.
Did I say the F word? No?
Did I say it on camera? Well. Anyway, how's it going?
Are you guys getting to a point? I was just thinking about this. Are you guys getting to a point where you're getting like softer? Are you getting like softer in the mind the older you get? Because I've been crying
What
at
do you
almost every movie I watch recently.
Well,
It depends on what's hitting that week.
Yeah.
I'm in an emotional cyclone,
Yeah.
and it changes like a fucking
Yeah.
chamber.
I watched Elemental. I couldn't stop crying.
What's that?
It's the new Pixar, the new Disney Pixar, and it's like
It looks so insane.
it's good, and it's an immigrant movie. That's all it is. It's about immigrants.
Oh, yeah. I
yeah,
can't-
they know how to turn the screws too, those Pixar fuckers.
Yeah, they really do, and
They
keep,
got me to
keep
cry
getting me.
during fucking, what was that robot movie? The
Wally?
Wall-E.
Oh,
Fuck. And I was sitting there going, it's a fucking cartoon about something that doesn't even have feelings. Why?
right.
Yeah.
I watched the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Very sick. And
Nice.
and they just get like accepted at the end. That's the whole thing. I bawling my eyes out.
Well, here's something that
It
might
was
be
pretty
interesting.
sweet.
Yeah, but you didn't
I've heard
cry,
that.
right?
I didn't cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't.
I only
this-
cry at disabled people doing well on talent shows.
Oh, that's the best, dude! I've been sending everybody. There's a
I hate
page dedicated exclusively to a dude with Down syndrome just draining jump shots in the park.
Love that.
yeah.
And I send it to
Two-handers.
everybody. It makes me so happy.
Two-handers
off the
over it.
bank, off the busy.
And he won't because what's crazy? He's not even looking. He's like, they'll take it from the back. Go, so you see it's real. Swoosh it. Camera comes around. He hasn't been looking at the thing once.
Yeah,
He's-
dude. Yeah, but then then he goes for the high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
that-
It's the best. Well,
Yeah,
I
he's a
wonder
sav.
if that's like a result of being an addict for a little bit of time,
Mm.
is that you have this fucking reserve of unused emotions.
Sure, I think
That
so.
now that you're sober is just like you finally tapped into it and now it's just fucking going.
Yeah.
There was there's one
Good for you.
one night that really fucking sticks out. Also, dude, guys cry. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Chad's seen me cry every day for the past 2 years.
I've been wanting a daughter.
it's either your eyes or your tits, bud.
Same.
Yeah.
One of them's crying.
That's what we're doing, dude.
Old tear tits.
That's
over
what we're
here.
doing. Tear tits. That'd be my native
Sammy
name.
tear tits.
No, so it was it was
Chief
like
Tear Tits.
the tail end of the pandemic in New York. Everybody had just been put through an absolute fucking shit show hell storm of like being locked inside. The news cycle was absolutely fucking draining you every day if you were paying attention. Like if you were me and you worked in hospitality, you just had basically everything taken away from you overnight. And
You spent all that energy clapping for nurses. Like,
yeah, dude, and fucking leaning out the window and go, yeah, you fucking, it's
What's that
anyways.
voice?
What's that?
Oh, it just kind of sounded like a
No, there are heroes.
R-word impression.
yeah, I was gonna say he's been shooting basketballs. That voice.
Raindrop.
Drop top.
Count it. No, so it's tail end of the pandemic.
Talking
We were
shit.
finally able to go back out.
Can't grab me.
So we started.
I got next.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Fuck yeah.
They're
dude.
actually aliens. So that's a,
Oh, yes, dude.
Ancient retards. You ever seen
it's that one meme. That one meme with the guy, but just retard.
Do you ever hit the like 1.5 or the 2 times button when you're listening to a podcast and it speeds up and you're like, wow, that's fucking crazy. What if that's them and they're just elevated and we're talking really fucking slow and they're talking normally where they're from? Do you get what I'm saying?
They're talking slower.
Flip it.
Okay.
Stay in the bit. No,
I
fucking breeze past that. So
one last thing about Down syndrome, and I know you want to get back to your New York story. I saw a video today of a dude asking his brother with Down syndrome what his pronouns were, and he went "fots" because he's Australian. And I was like, how do I not have Down syndrome?
Can you send me that?
Yes, I obviously can send you that. But I saw that and he was like "fots," and I was like, how do I not have Down syndrome? Because me and this guy are kindred spirits. I'll send it to you.
So funny.
what do you mean, dog? Fots. Fuck, I love that kid.
I would like to have a retarded child.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. I like them.
Your parents got one.
Come on.
Things are going well.
He's on the board.
I would like
teach
to
them
have. I would like
musicals
one
and-
of my children to be
Okay.
Downs.
It's so much work though. And what if you get the kind that like to strangle animals, you know?
Nah, they're all
And
sweet. They're
they're
all
being
so
good.
They're the
sweet.
ones that are like bitey or like, I mean, they all are really into tits, but
Who isn't?
who isn't? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Literally.
Fots.
Fots.
You know, they're always. We had one in our class, but he was like 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he was like 7 years older than everybody.
Even
He
when
was-
they're 12, they look 40. That's just the
no,
blessing.
seriously,
and the
this
curse.
kid Philip. And I remember this one time.
Of
this,
course, his name was Phil.
I remember our PE teacher showed up to.
I'm so sorry.
I remember his name was Philip, and we showed up to PE, and our gym teacher was like, clearly like just wicked hungover, and he just like invented a game,
Just to keep them busy.
Yeah, and he was like,
It's
all
called
right.
fetch.
Well, it was tag, but there was like 40 kids in this PE class.
Whoa.
And you pick, there's one kid that he just assigned partners. He goes, it's tag, but you only play with each other. So it's 20 pairs of 2 people playing tag with each other all across this gymnasium. So it was like chaos.
I bet.
And I was a young fat kid,
Shout out.
you know what I'm saying? And they put me with this kid, Mutsko, who was super fast and like wicked good at basketball and shit. So I was like huffing and puffing, trying so hard to get this kid. And he's moving, he's dipping and diving. And he's like letting me get close, right? And I'm like this close. I'm like about to tag him. And then he does one of these.
worst.
He does one of these where he's like that.
It jukes.
I can't cut with him as fast. So I go forward. He had cut directly in front of the retarded kid in class. And I barreled him. Full force defensive end. Get the fuck out of here. Like, pussy. Not on purpose, of course. Hit him so hard, launched this retarded kid in our gym class.
He went downs.
Yeah.
That's
big
why
time.
God
Yeah.
made you addicted to heroin.
You know what I'm saying?
That was when you got addicted. That's when he became anti-Semitic.
Here's the thing.
A lot happened with that collision.
Here's the thing. He kind of like took it on the chin. We like stood him up and everything. He was
Chins.
just kind of like dazed. He was kind of like dazed and he was like looking around. 8 seconds passed, and then he started crying wicked bad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to go. He got hit really hard. It took about 8 seconds, and then he spoke, and he was normal.
Yeah.
I hit him so hard,
Nat.
he was
me here, sir.
unretarded.
Hey,
What if we just
watch where
started
you're going,
speaking
bud.
Mandarin?
Hey, pal.
I felt so bad.
No, that's when he started collecting the
You've saved me.
You were like-
menstrual arts.
Yeah, you're like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, ni hao ma, xiu xie ni, bao xiao bao xiu. You're like, oh shit, we hit him Chinese.
And then he
Oh
started
my
the
God.
band Shat. And the rest is history.
Philip retard crouching dragon.
Man, we gotta stop with the retard.
I need-
we
yeah,
do
let
this
me-
every episode. We
Can
just
let
love
me-
the retard.
Yeah,
let me-
it's too easy.
I want to wrap the crying story, okay? Because this is really fucking good. All right, so pandemic, blah blah blah. Everybody's in kind of like a downward spiral as
China.
it is. Exactly, and huge. And I get home and I back to work. Got off that night, and it was the first night the bars had opened back up, and I'm with all the buddies that I used to work with, and we just get tanked, get fucking hammered. And I show back up at my apartment, and my girlfriend's there, and she has Schindler's List playing. And I sat down on the couch, and for some reason, I had opened a beer, and I'm watching Schindler's List, and I just have this surge of fucking emotions and start waxing poetic about my Polish grandmother being in a concentration camp and weeping. And I look over at one point and she's just staring at me like, what happened to you? What is going on? And I couldn't even, I was crying so hard I couldn't even explain myself. But I think I was also just so drunk and I just needed a good fucking cry after the past year and a half.
Sure.
That it just all came out on watching Schindler's List. And I hadn't probably seen it in like 12 years. Let's go ahead and we'll just cut this.
No, dude,
Thanks,
no.
guys.
I'm
got
glad.
you.
I'm glad we brought it back to that. Clip it. That's good.
Yeah. well, to say what a Jew, huh?
From the guy that likes to tackle retarded kids. you just picking on one more, huh?
to save that, and I'll
It
try
never
to
ends.
to save you during COVID. I had like a COVID bay for like 3 months, and we were watching Duncan Trussell's show on Netflix, The Midnight Gospel, and we were at her place, and the last episode is all about the main character's mom dying, but they animated it along with an interview that Duncan did with his mom in real life,
Yeah.
and she was like a psychologist.
And
So she was able to like articulately break down loss and while going through the emotions of like, I'm your mom and it's sad. And Duncan's like, but you know, blah, blah, blah. Dude, this poor girl was just smoking a joint in her balcony. Was like, I need a minute. And just going off, dude, for like 20 minutes.
Well, I thought you would be the one that would react more to this, if anybody, in terms of loss of mom stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was crying.
Oh, I thought you said the girl was.
No, I was like, you need to go on the balcony
Oh.
and smoke a joint.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me
Gotcha.
like 20 minutes to calm down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, like she smoked
That
a
makes-
full joint, then came back in and was like,
Yeah.
anyway, and I was like, like staring at the ceiling, like I just got kicked in the chest. Dude.
It's one of those moments
It was
in
so
the
fucked up.
CIA movies where you were like, I'm going to need the room.
Yeah, clear the room.
I've never seen Schindler's List. Is that Pixar?
I don't know. Ask
It's an M. Night Shyamalan, dude. The Jews come back in the end.
For the record.
Did you see that joke Danny posted today?
No.
It's so good. He's talking about like how every because he talks about he's like every EDM song has like a very formulaic build up where it's like build up, random movie quote drop completely out of context. So he's talking about like gives the examples like boom dun, dun, ticka, 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 we're gonna need a bigger boat. And he goes they should do it with like Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And he does it.
Bye, Jews.
I could have saved more.
That's really
I
fucking
mean, that
good.
with the drop that's like evergreen stuff. If someone has a good enough reference point in the song, I don't
Right.
care if it's formulaic.
Right.
That's evergreen.
Oh yeah.
I'll get hype on that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm fucking methed up when someone told me it's Molly. Good
Yeah.
night. I'll be having a nice time.
Dude, that line that Theo had, they put into a bunch of EDM songs. Did you see that? Where he's doing the podcast and he's with Joey Diaz and they're talking about smoking weed and like Joey's favorite types of weed. And he goes, I don't know, man. I guess my favorite type of weed was always cocaine.
Yeah.
And they fucking put that
Classic.
in like 20 different songs.
Yeah.
It was all over the fucking web. Speaking of cocaine,
Gushers.
you told me a really hilarious story a long time ago about your friend at a party and the drug dealer trying to buy him.
Oh man. So
And
I'll rehash
do
if you
you
like.
care running that back?
Not at all.
Okay.
So I
His
got a
name was
buddy-
like Freeze or something.
Yeah, I got a buddy, good buddy of mine. We used to hustle together.
Mm-hmm.
We're both not selling drugs anymore. He's still a good buddy. He is like super, super put together. He like almost never drinks. He eats super clean. Maybe twice a year goes on like a couple day crack run. He just likes to smoke
Nice.
crack occasionally.
Sure.
Sweet.
He was visiting me. I was living in Florida at the time and we were getting crack. And I was buying it from this homeless guy named Freeze.
Hell yeah.
From The Incredibles?
Yeah. I mean, he was like a black guy, but he had blue lips. Because he was just smoking rocks all day. He's like no oxygen coming to his head. And he was just crazy. And so he was like, yeah, I'll like smoke some with you. And we're like, we're at my class. He's just like we're getting really high on crack. He's just smoking it. And he's like, hey, what's up with your boy? My friend is like none the wiser. He's just like smoking rock over there. He's like, yeah, I like him. What's going on with him? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah, I like him. I think he's cute.
He got a pretty mouth on him.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't think he is like into that. And the guy was like,
Mr. Freeze, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
I was like, please don't turn me into an icicle. But he's like, I'll buy him.
oh shit.
He's like, how much you think he'd take for the booty? And I was like, yeah, you'd have to ask. And he goes, and the best part was he's like, talk to him. He was like, go on.
He wanted you to be an intermediary.
He's like, well, I ain't going in. You talk to him. And I was like, what kind of negotiation skills do you think I have that I'd be able to have my friend who's just like visiting from Massachusetts sell his butthole for a little more crack for just like a few more rocks?
Okay.
There's
he's
no amount of crack.
He's going to give us a deal.
Yeah.
There's one thing. Give up your asshole. And we'll get free drugs, dude.
Does the word goatsy mean anything to you?
I wonder, is that why your friend likes to smoke crack like twice a year?
Well, what happened?
He just go and visits Freeze. He goes to the Dr.
Did you try to
Freeze's
sell
office.
your friend?
No, I didn't.
yeah.
We were both like
You're
okay
good,
on. We were just okay on money. You know what I mean? I wasn't
didn't need
broke.
it.
I wasn't broke. I would have like maybe entertained the idea of be like, Phil, listen.
You got a good butt, dude. You got to put it to use.
Yeah, I mean he's a good looking guy.
If you needed the money, you probably could have got him to agree to a dick suck.
Mason tried to feel him up when he was the same kid. Mason tried to feel him up on a bad acid trip. Mason got gay for a second during a bad acid trip.
What?
Yeah. So
This is amazing.
yeah, Mason. It's a classic. Mason.
For the record, we're leaving this in.
Yeah, if you've ever Mason Smith, very funny, funny guy. He
Also, probably the funniest character to potentially go gay on an acid trip
Oh,
because he
yeah,
sounds
dude.
like this and he's got a giant beard like Yosemite Sam.
and because during the day he's like queer. You think that's queer?
Yeah.
You think that's queer?
Dude, when I was working at Vulcan,
This is
I
a
would-
fucking tool tattoo.
every day I would walk around Vulcan and like just everyone I would pass would be like, I'm gay. And just I was so bored. And he's like, if you keep saying that, it's going to come true. He said it to me every single day. So that's the kind of guy.
Like making a face is going to stick that way. or
We
whatever?
lived together.
Keep saying that shit.
Dude, we lived together for over a year, and the amount of shit I got called a faggot for that was just totally like eating fruit with a fork. Apparently, you're not allowed to do that. That's gay. Yeah,
That's gay.
He's like, we have forks on our arms, dude. What are you doing? Sick.
He is. If you've ever taken psychedelics with him, he either becomes the coolest guy I've ever done drugs with. Like it's insanely cool. Like he does this character sometimes, King Mason, where we go to music festivals, and he becomes like he can't even leave it himself. He becomes this like royal figure. And so, you know, all these like junkies will be walking by your tent trying to like peddle you drugs and be like, yo, I got Molly, I got acid, and Mason, be gone with you.
Yeah.
And then he'll like do some coke because he's got a really good nose for coke. And it'll be bad. He'll be like, this is for dogs. Just like
Holy shit.
throw someone's bag like this and be, get away from me like this. It's like it's so funny. He's so committed to it. And so,
finish.
or he becomes
A homosexual.
no. It's as bad. It's like the cartoon version of a bad trip. Like all of the nightmares they told you in Dare programs and all that stuff. That's what he becomes.
Right.
If he's having 1 in 10 are going to go south, and it goes. He thinks he's a deity. He does bits about. He throws his wallet and keys into bushes. He becomes unwashable. Like
That's awesome.
Where we're going, we don't need money or cars.
it's right.
Yeah.
It gets as bad as it could. This one time, he's having this bad trip. We're in a tent. We're in Arkansas. It's at a music festival. Me and my buddy Phil, same guy that we like to smoke rocks from time to time. He's laid out in the tent. He's already pissed his pants like a million times all over the place. He's writhing. He thinks he's dying. He's calling out to the heavens. He's like this and that. He also, it was one of the funniest thing ever. He thinks he's dying. He's like, Mary, I'll be with you soon, Mary. I miss you. I'm like to his aunt or something. He's like, I miss you, Mary. And then he stops and he goes, yo, is that Jay? What's up? And he dropped an N-bomb. So we're dying. We're laughing so hard. He starts like, even him, like in the middle of the bad trip, he's like, anyway, so it's going crazy. He's like, doesn't that? And he's like, oh God, oh, he's freaking out. He's like grabbing Phil. He grabs Phil's knee, like he's really strong. So he grabs his knee. He's like, oh, fucking because he thinks he's being like pulled into heain.
Yeah.
And then he stops and he's like, no. And he starts moving up Phil's leg. And he's like, he's 100% dead serious.
He's checking for the nod.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for the, yeah, go for it. You're fucked up.
And me and Phil, and like you're able to kind of like, I don't know, like the vibes are so clear when you're tripping. So Phil's like, and Mason was like, and so me and Phil start laughing. Me and Phil like look at each other, we're like, what is going on right now?
Phil's hard as a rock.
And then Mason, I'll never forget it. He goes, we're a couple good looking guys. Dude. When we tried to press him on the next day, he said, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And we've like never really brought it up ever again. Every now and then I'll allude to it and he'll be like, yeah.
Dude,
Oh my God.
Two things make sense. When I told that story at Lucky Duck about blowing a guy for the first time in Austin, he gave me like the hardest time about it. Now I know why.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny that when Mason thinks he's dying, the two last things he has to do on earth is say the N-word and grab a guy's dick.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Dude, I'll say one thing. It's a good thing y'all didn't bring Freeze to that motherfucker.
God damn.
Oh, Freeze, bro. Freeze
He would've been
Mason
in
is
heaven.
plowing ass.
Can I buy him?
I'm going to need thou to close thine tent.
Yeah. Freeze gives him $100. He's like, double it and give it to the next guy.
Holy shit.
Dude, what a legend Mason is. I have to tell one Mason story. And I know you've all heard it. I mean, not you guys, but you two have heard it 1,000 times. Is when I was working the door at Vulcan and there was like some Chinese tourists coming into the show.
Oh my God.
Just checking out 6th Street. And this guy had a bag and we have to like check every bag. And he kept saying something. We couldn't understand him because he had like a pretty heavy accent. Spoke English better than Mason, but like just that his accent was tough. And we kept asking like, what's in the bag? You know, da-da-da. And we thought he was saying like sombreros or something, but we're like, we need to look. And he just kept going like, it's sombrero. It's sombrero. And we're like, no, can you just show us? And he opens it up and he's like super sweet guy. He just like so innocently was like, it's umbrellas.
Yeah.
And it's a bag of umbrellas. And we laughed about it for about 35 years straight.
How many umbrellas?
4.
Do you have a family with him?
Indeed.
Oh, okay.
You think
Makes
there's a
sense.
lone Chinese man
Umbrella.
rolling around 6th Street and he's like, it's just umbrellas. and Colton, one of the other door guys, started laughing in his face because it was such a perfect Chinese accent.
Dude. And it apparently it just
And
shattered the
scene.
guy.
Got a bag of umbrella.
That's we were saying that. Mason would come to me and go, under my umbrella every day. Now, can we get to the task at hand here?
Cut to origin story.
Enough of the funny business. Let's
Yeah.
get serious now.
So-
Snack cakes.
I know, like, so you did have your crack phase and then have now transitioned into like very quality eating. Like you treat yourself to meals,
Oh yeah.
right? Which is fucking sick. I love doing that shit.
Yeah. Treat
but,
is a
like,
tough word considering how I feel after. You know what
I
I
would,
mean?
dude. There was a
I
show.
hurt myself with this.
Yeah.
There was a show we did together one time. I mean, this was months ago, and you just looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, are you like, what's going on?" And you just like, grabbed your stomach, and you're like, "Dude, I had like Indian and Greek food back to back." And I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" He was like, and I'm pretty sure I had ice cream after. And it was like 8 o'clock, and you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh," like about to go on stage. You're like, "Fuck," and I was like, "Oh, I get it, dude."
So people that eat for fuel and like energy and are
That's-
able to stop at some point
That's
in
gay.
like in a meal and go, oh, that's it, I'm full. They'll never understand the feeling of true fullness that you get that almost feels like,
You're having a baby.
no, like when you're in high school and you get knocked out on the football field for the first time. And when you stand up and you're like, it's like that, but continuous for about 45 minutes.
That's one of those things. That's one of those things where I'll be in that food coma. Someone could walk in with a gun and he'd be like, "Tony Vicero says hello," and I'd go like that. That's what I would do. I go, "Do it,
Do it.
do it,
Do it.
Have fun cleaning this up, you prick.
cocksucker,
That'd be a great last line.
you fucking cocksucker."
Oh my God.
Dude, yeah.
No, but so we got the Gushers, we got the fruit roll-ups.
Amazing.
These were your, and then the fruit by the foot, which are all fantastic picks, by the way.
Oh, classics.
Thank you for not being like fucking Joey and picking like the supreme level snacks that I don't even
What did he
fucking
get?
make
What did
anymore.
he ask for? Like some fucking
wanted
weird flavored Kit Kats from Japan.
Tasty cakes.
Utz potato strings, and then
Pennsylvania
yeah,
bakery
Northeast trash fucking Twinkie.
Tasty Cakes is a Philly staple.
full of raspberry
Okay.
jelly. And they just don't sell it anywhere. So
Right.
I would have had to order it on Amazon. So thanks for being a normal guy.
Sure.
Shout out to Joey, by the way. You fucking rule. Yeah, fucking gay. No, so like an origin story or something that like you can connect to the Gushers and the fruit by the foot. Like when did you
Yeah.
fall in love with?
Here's what
specific
we're
candies.
really asking. After you got molested,
Yeah.
which snack did you eat first to stop the pain?
Well, it's all escapism, right? It's all
Sure.
the same thing. All of it. So it's like I have vivid memories of there'd be chaos at home.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Mom's on one. She's feeling hitty.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'm 7. And I'd take the fruit roll up that you're supposed to, and I would do the thing where you just
Oh,
like
dude.
all up.
Oh, what a good move.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Hands free, baby.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
mouth is just a conveyor belt. Or yes.
sometimes I'd roll the whole thing up in
Oh.
my hand and
Yeah.
Dude, that's
like a
making my
thing
mouth
of dip.
water.
yeah, it's so
I'm
good.
not kidding. This is bringing me back to childhood.
Did
And
you ever take
last
one
night-
and like wrap it around your neck and tie the other end to a doorknob?
Just pull a tooth out.
Did you ever use it to measure your trauma?
I think they need to start making them fruit by a mile.
They did use. It was funny because they would make the special editions that had measurements on them.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
those?
Uh-huh.
And they would be like, "Yeah, that's a special edition," and you're like, "That should be on every one."
Yeah.
It's like a new marketing ploy. Like this one has inch markers. It's like it's called fruit by the foot. They
Ooh,
should
did
all
you ever
have
use
that.
it to measure your dick?
No.
Oh.
Couldn't. Never mind.
I
was gonna- so-
that's what the gushers were for.
yeah, let's go. Thank you for saving my bomb.
Let's all pull out. That's actually a great idea. Let's all show.
Give me a gusher, daddy. Come on.
Can we do a fruit by a foot sucking contest?
Well, let's
Watch
show.
the light. Good throw. Thread of the fucking needle.
Let's
dude.
show how
tried.
big we
Didn't
all
see
are.
that.
And you
Let's,
also throw a fucking missile.
let's show how big we
So-
all are with the fruit by the foot.
Our winks?
I'm in.
Yeah.
How big we all are with
Yeah.
our dongs?
I don't remember.
Okay, fine. I'll put the gushers down, which something I've never said before in
You
my
are
life.
wearing gym shorts and loafers. This is the perfect in.
Well, lie a little.
That's
These activities match your outfit
Dude, so the chaos,
perfect. Hey, no fluffing.
Well, you can't make the fruit by the foot hard.
the chaos that was going on in your family. Your mom wanted rain and your dad wanted sunshine that day.
yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
God damn it! Every time I bomb, I just look at Justin.
accurate.
Heard about that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a piece on you, dude.
No. This is from the balls too. This is from the
That's
bottom.
from my asshole.
No one measures from the center of the shaft.
Yeah, so I would say top down.
You
top
push
down,
in until you can't breathe,
Right.
and that's where it
Oh,
starts.
wait, did I get the? Oh no, this is actually perfect.
top down.
Lunch is actually dinner. Look at that fucking thing.
I'm 80% foreskin though. So.
Top down, we're looking like that. Oh, that's top down. We're looking like that.
Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't
Wow.
get a fruit by the foot, and I'm like, oh, I got the wrong thing, and I actually am realizing now I got the exact right thing.
No, because you got the chode.
Dude, I have
You
an
got a flat
I have a chode. No, I am an absolute chode.
Me and Nat might have the exact same size dick.
Here we go. This is top to bottom, folks.
That's nice.
Wow.
No, going this way. This is my penis. That's what I'm saying.
It's one of those. Do you know the mini Coke cans?
Yes,
Same girth, half the length.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's the old tuna can.
God damn it! I
You
love
familiar?
it. Yeah, the
And
3-pack.
it's raging pink. It's fucking crazy. And my college girlfriend called it the Alaskan bullworm. Isn't that nice?
Isn't it crazy that in America this is like breakfast snack for children? Isn't it crazy? It's like high fructose corn syrup and sugar only.
Fuck, this is so good.
Or better than
God.
candy.
It's fucking amazing. Someone is coming right now because of you, Lunch.
How is this not considered candy?
What do you mean?
It is.
It's not categorized as such.
Well, yeah, because
What is it categorized at?
categorized as such.
It's in the snack.
It was
aisle.
near
I know,
breakfast
because
snacks.
It's because it's on the box. It's like it's filled with fruit, real fruit,
Because this is America, goddamn
and
it.
vitamin A.
All right, this is like a joke. I
What do you got?
Try catch it, dude.
I'm gonna catch this shit. Oh no!
You can't throw a dark one. You gotta throw a brighter one.
That's what he's used to. He just got back from Italy.
That's a fact. I almost had
Square
that.
on the mic. Dude,
This is
just put the camera on Lunch and watch him eat, dude. This will be the most successful podcast of all time.
Look at that dog lipstick. Give me that.
Guys, now seriously, let's get it together, okay?
All right.
This is childish.
Well,
Oh my
no,
god, so good.
Shut up.
I'm kidding. This is the most fun I've had in my entire life. I'm
Hell
just
yeah,
throwing
dude.
trash on the
This
ground.
is so good.
Ninja Lunch. Look at him. So no. Is there like, do you have like a latchkey kid story or like an embarrassing school story that when you were fat that kind of stands out in your mind?
I remember one time I
Something that really crippled you for
I
years.
remember one time a lunch lady wouldn't give me extra food, so I dinged her in the head with an apple.
Boy.
First of all, I'm not eating this. Second of all, I just know it.
I was like, keep the apple, give me an extra. You remember the school pizza? There was always pizza.
Of course.
Everything else was a variable, but the pizza was always there.
God, that was so good.
I'm like, give me another pizza, hold the apple.
Yeah.
She's like, that's not an option. The law requires, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I huddle up with the group, and I do it like a grenadier and band of brothers. Just hit some fat Polish lunch lady in the head.
She deserved it.
I never got caught.
Polish
I remember
Polish people deserve everything they get.
You
coming
take
to
that
them.
fucking hairnet and strangle yourself to death, Katerina.
they question everybody. I was like, if you snitch, I'll kill you. I told everybody because I was a really emotional fat kid. I was never I got bullied. I was never a bully. Maybe I was definitely like a dick by freshman year, but I wasn't a bully. I was like maybe one kid I fucked with, but
He was in a wheelchair.
this kid Dan Wienegrad,
You really had it coming.
Do you ever tie yourself off with the fruit by the foot?
he did that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out.
Hey,
like that,
check in, bud. Hey, clock in, dude.
but- Damn, that was so good.
Yeah, my mouth is like water. This is insane.
How many calories is in a fruit by the foot?
100.
Enough.
It's probably like 150 in it.
It's one of those things where the calorie count is like not high, but you're just like rotting your teeth and giving yourself diabetes in those same
It's so worth it.
limited
though.
amount of calories.
Peel from paper backing before eating. That's what it says. That's for Philip.
Yeah, that's
Phil.
Guys, we're doing comedy.
But
oh.
what are some real fat kid trauma moments?
You ever fart while giving a speech?
I did.
Oh, if you would have ripped, dude. Yeah.
I did. It's not super associated with food, but when I was a super chubby kid, I had a big crush on my cousin. My cousin's friend. My cousin. Oh my god, that's crazy that came out like that. I never had a crush on my cousin Mila. I had a big crush on her friend Bianca. and
okay.
Russian Jew community, and
Yuck.
we we were at. Did you ever go to Jillian's? Because you'd go to Sox games from time to time. I'm assuming. You know that place that was next to it, Jillian's, the compound that there was like bowling and arcades like right next to.
Never went.
Big fun place. They closed it down, but it was just one of those, bowling here, arcades here.
Yeah, where your
some other
parents drop you off to
That's
hang
right.
out and
And we were up
Get
in the
hammered.
arcades
Yeah.
at Jillian's, and I was playing slap hockey, the ice hockey thing,
air hockey.
air hockey
Yeah.
with Bianca, my crush. It was like a big deal for me, and I was like 8 or 9, and I had to rock a piss wicked bad, but I didn't want the moment to end.
Yeah.
And I fully pissed myself in front of like my big crush, like fully. And it was like one of those like it started. And I was trying so hard to close it. I was like, and it just like made me piss harder.
Well, yeah, and you were hard as a rock too.
It was like one of those peas that you're like,
It's coming. It's coming.
and I remember I was like, Dad, and he was like, what? And then he was like, oh fuck.
There's nothing
Oh
worse.
shit.
Dude, nothing worse than a dad's reaction when you've embarrassed yourself. He's like, God damn it.
Well, he was
I got to claim this fucking thing.
Well, he was more responding because he was super like, my mom was nuts. My dad was very cool, very chill. He was like, all right, we're going to take care afterwards. He was like, we're going to take care of it. He was like, this is going to suck so bad for you. That's what he was reacting to.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like,
Yeah.
like, oh no, dog.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
You're gonna be gay.
Were you
Check
doing the
this
thing
out.
playing air hockey that chubby kids do when they're playing girls at anything because they know that like they finally have the upper hand? Is you were playing super aggressively against your crush?
100%.
Yeah.
100, when you're being like mean to the person you like.
Dude, anytime I've been at a Dave and Buster's or like an arcade and you see the chubby kid playing with a girl and he's just he's just going so hard. He's like, finally something I can win. And he's
Sweating,
just
dude.
Fucking putting everything in it.
The amount of times, dude, I would be like trying to compete with a lady and afterwards be like, I totally won. And I would be covered in sweat. Where she
Fucking
would be like,
smoked you. And
Yeah.
she's like, this wasn't fun
yeah,
at
this
all.
is bad. This is completely unrelated. I'm sorry to interject. You pissing your pants in front of that lady, that reminded me like a week or two ago, I laid in a premarital bed with a woman and the next morning I told her we were talking and there's a couple things that happened. One, I told her I was a comedian, which was a bad move. And she was like, oh yeah, a couple months ago I got like drunk at Lucky Duck and bought someone's merch. And I was like, you have to tell me who. And she pulls out a Charles Adams Jr. shirt from her drawer. And I was like, holy shit, dude. But anyway, I was laying in bed talking to her and I had to fart so bad that I couldn't hold it. Like I just truly could not. And I didn't want to get up. Her bed was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Also. So I just talked over like 3 farts when I was like laying next to her with the ceiling fan on. So it just like shot it back down right into my. I was like, oh, Charles Adams Jr., that's crazy. Anyway, what do you do for work? Like I was just like screaming over a
Yeah,
fart.
so I remember getting my first check hosting, and I can really do this, actually. That was probably the first time I was like, I'm actually a real comic.
Oh, yeah. You ever heard of the Stress Factory in Bridgeport?
You never lose when you're chasing your dreams.
Some people call me the Stress Factory.
I was the heart and soul of that place. I hate the
Dude,
COVID.
it is such it's
She
such
obviously knew I farted, by the way.
Yeah, 'cause it smelled like fucking shit.
I'm sure.
I farted in a deaf chick's mouth one time.
Why?
Dude, this is the best
I've
show of
told
all
you that.
time. Fat Kids rules, dude. We're
she
going
couldn't
number one.
hear it.
It was my first. It was my
She couldn't hear it coming.
first.
It was a sneak attack.
She could taste it though.
It was my first rim job, first girlfriend. I was 15. I'm up in the
Your
giving
first
birth
girlfriend was
position.
deaf?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It was not the first girl I hooked up with, but the first girl we were dating. And my legs were up in the air.
You couldn't have waited.
She 5-starred me. She went, what the fuck? And I was like, all right, well, if I stop now and say, hey, let me just go fart real quick, she won't let me do it again. She like won't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were
She'll
getting your
stop.
ass eaten at 15?
Yeah.
Of course you were going to do heroin, you
Yeah.
psychopath.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's I mean, I'd already done like Molly and shit at that point.
Oh, yeah,
But
you're
there's
done.
no chance.
You were gone. Yeah.
No chance. So,
What a hard turn from Gushers to
dude, we saw
Molly.
you coming like a rose in a thorn bush. So when I first got to meetings.
She probably didn't hear the fart, but she could probably read your lips.
That was one of the first jokes I ever wrote before I ever like tried stand up. I tried to write about it. And I talked about how like all of these other senses I had not considered when I was like, well, she won't hear it.
She felt your asshole tighten, and then in her head went, "Oh no."
Yeah, dude, she has that ego.
She can taste, feel, smell before Woody even.
Everyone's scared.
That's funny.
You don't.
Oh, dude. I didn't even get to this.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't even get to this. So after I piss my pants, we have to go get me new pants. The whole group. Everyone, now that's what we're all doing.
We're all getting you new pants.
Is getting me new pants. This is the older cousin, her friend. My cousin Mark was visiting from Florida, right? And he was cool.
I don't need new pants.
We go to Gap. We can't find any pants that fit me as a faggot. So then my cousin starts going, you should check out the Husky section. Because Gap Kids had the Husky section.
Husky boys.
He goes, you got to check out the Husky section. And like directly in front of my crush, who'd already seen me fucking whiz. So I'm like,
Everything is so much more insulting with a Boston
it's
accent.
so
too.
bad.
Why do you keep the pants for fat kids and piss them?
Oh, it's the Husky section.
Dude, you're fucking fat as shit, dude.
So that all happens. It's a nightmare. I forget about like it is what it is. It's forever. It goes on forever. We start talking about this at like hanging out, family hang, and my cousin's like, "Oh my god, right, Bianca? You know what's crazy, dude? I hooked up with her that night." And I'm like, "No, you didn't, dude." He's like, "Yeah, that's right. I never told
How
you."
old were you?
I was like 9. They were all like 13.
Oh, that's still 13?
What do you mean?
That's young, dude.
To be
hooking up?
I don't think he fucked her. I think he just like made out with her.
Gave her a little finger action?
Probably.
Yeah.
He was a big fingerer.
I love that for him.
He'd be fingering.
Dude, I'm fucking fingering you right now. Kid. Fots.
Hey, Nat, smell
You
my
wick-
fingers, dude. That could be you if you didn't piss your pants.
You're wicked hot.
Oh, God, dude. Boston women.
I love them.
Except
Maybe
for the-
next time, skip the
I
air
love
hockey.
I love trashy Boston women with hoop earrings and
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
fuck me harder.
just emotional displacement. That's
Yeah.
what I like. I love those traumatized chicks. All their dads were molested and shit. I love that. I love that.
Which is what's fucked up about Boston, or they're Harvard graduates.
Yes.
Or they're like you know, Northeastern or BC, whatever.
It's weird. It's weird. They're like these trash people who still believe that they're like Victorian era royalty.
Right.
It's a really weird vibe in that way.
It's but the trashy like Southie Boston bitches and the Cambridge girls are almost equally as kinky
Yes.
because it's just pent up sexual aggression.
Yeah, because they're the only thing is that they're like the like townie chicks are like loud about it.
Yes.
And the Cambridge chicks, they're like sex nerds.
Yes. Well, they're like, I've been in class for 60 hours this week. I need to get dick down or I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Yeah. Sex nerds, by the way, it's a counterculture that I really am not enjoying right now. Those like weird dorky chicks that like have OnlyFans and like talk about like they just like the sex positivity nerd people.
No, shut up.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
They like look like
Quit
anime
it.
checks
Mhm.
and then they like talk about like all the weird shit they do. I'm like,
Yeah.
just do it. Don't
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Why are you talking about it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
is-
ones that are like they're like I'm sober and I'm an online content creator and I'm into anime and
Sam,
I also like dressing up like a furry dog and plugging fucking dudes in the ass.
Sam, I think you need bigger socks, my guy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, I got some bigger socks, dude.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
crazy.
smaller ankles.
Sammy Small Socks.
Yeah, is it not good?
It looks like it's cutting off circulation.
That
Oh,
Nike
good.
check looks like a golf club.
That's very funny.
Count it.
Damn.
Oh fuck.
I know a guy will pay
I got some new
$700
socks.
for that in Iberico.
We're gonna start a Patreon. We're gonna get new socks for me.
Sam needs socks.
Here we go.
Not a diet plan, but new socks.
Yeah. Hey. All right. Justin from the fucking clouds.
Oh, got it.
Bootleg from the booth.
I walked 6 miles this morning. Not a big deal.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, how far did you walk, stupid idiot?
Were you on the treadmill?
The
treadmill?
boardwalk.
And they say white guys
Okay,
can't
nice.
dunk.
On the boardwalk.
How
Good
far,
job,
how
buddy.
far did you go around?
I just went for like 50 minutes and turned around.
Nice.
And then I checked
Oh,
my phone
yeah.
after. It was like 6 miles.
Hey, fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Not a big deal. I mean, my socks are small, but my heart's big.
Yeah, it's about to explode.
God damn it. God damn it, dude. God damn it.
Clip it.
No, I'm like such a bitch. I walk on the treadmill and I just do an incline. That's been helping.
Oh, the hot girl walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hit hot girl
13
walk.
and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that
You
guy.
bounce?
Yeah, I love that guy at the gym, and you're watching him, and he's playing, whatever fucking gay reality TV show he's watching, and he's got like 16 drinks in front of him.
Yeah.
The other one I love is the like the middle-aged women on the running trail that are like power walking,
Oh, the best.
but have like everything you need to run a marathon. And like the whole get up, and it's like you're barely breaking a sweat. Why do you need a grenade belt full of water?
Yeah, they got like orange slices. I'm like, dude, you're on a rubber track.
Seriously.
That's LARPing at that point.
Yeah.
Real
They're just
talk.
trying to look
Yeah,
like they're really into it.
Stolen valor, bro.
You don't need snacks and tools when you can visibly see people playing basketball below you.
Yeah. You want to stop them and go, hey, until your nipples are bleeding, you don't need all that water.
What's tough is at the gym in our complex, the mirrors are like to the profile of me. So I'm just over here and seeing the whole mess from this angle. It's like, nah. It's a real bummer.
That's
honestly.
why, dude. That's
No.
why you
Makes me
gotta
wanna
go.
quit.
You gotta go outside.
Okay.
There's no mirrors outside.
No.
You just look at hot people.
But there's people outside. That's an even bigger problem.
Yeah, dude,
People's is worse than mirrors.
there's so many
Thoughts.
So, kid, I've been telling this for years. Yeah, mirrors are tough. People's is worse.
dude.
People's way worse than
I
mirrors.
try to like
That might be our first shirt.
Yeah, people's is worse than mirrors.
People's is worse than mirrors.
That's true. It's not bad. That is really good.
kids.
Not bad.
I try to think of what other people see.
We're going to need a profile of
As-
your face for that, by the way.
I'm like walking back to my car after like a 2-hour walk. Like I'm wearing these sunglasses. I'm walking like a fucking goblin.
Yeah.
I'm collar to fucking this like soaking wet.
Yeah.
And halfway through I caught a mean nipple chafe today. So I just kept like doing this against my tit, just
Yeah.
walking like,
God, such a bad one.
oh my God. And just like the hottest woman of all time being like, as they walk by, like, all right, I'm trying to enjoy my day here.
I had a buddy, Chris Spinney. He was a chubby kid. We were at this music festival trying to get laid. It was Sunday at like 3:00 in the morning. Everything was over, and we were just scrounging around, seeing if we could possibly like meet some like last second hippie chicks that just wanted to fuck.
We call that dumpster diving.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And we were on ketamine, and Spinney like sees this one girl, and he's like, he was a bigger guy, and he's really short too, so it's like in a funny way. And so he goes to this girl. He goes, hey, and she's like, hey, and he goes, check this out, and he takes his belly and he goes, starts making that noise. He's looking at it, goes, and the girl just went, oh, and walked away. And then he looked at me and he goes, I can't believe that didn't work.
Fucking
yes.
women.
That's a great bit.
Holy shit.
What a legend.
It was awesome. Yeah, I love that boardwalk. I walk around it with my girlfriend.
I've been doing it air day.
Really?
If
That's
you want
great.
to join, dude,
What, Town Lake?
let's go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking phenomenal.
I go to
Is that
Buzzmill.
Ladybird Lake?
Yeah.
Buzzmill, say hi to Martin Henna.
Yeah.
I go, hello, sir. I'll have a pecan cold brew. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
walk until my nipples are bleeding.
Grande enema.
Yes.
Kinda.
Dude. Yeah.
You shit out your nervous system in that bathroom.
How's your
and then-
calorie intake been?
Better.
Nice.
But I'm trying to make everything at home.
yeah.
Trying to make everything at home on a budget. I'm just eating all day
Yeah.
because I'm trying to fit like 2,500 calories making everything at home. And it's just like Greek yogurt and hummus and turkey sandwich. None of those things have like a high caloric.
Density.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just constantly eating. And then
Yeah.
by the time I leave the house, I'm exhausted. I'm like, dude, I've been eating hummus for 9 hours. I'm tired. Hummus is how am I losing weight? This is insane.
Hummus is tough because it's good for you, but it's not filling at all. You could just keep eating hummus. The next thing you know, you're like 700 calories into
And it's
hummus.
goddamn delicious, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's good.
So yeah, it's been better. But
Alden Shaw makes a mean hummus.
He really
he
does.
makes hummus?
Yeah, from scratch.
I fucking love that
Have
guy.
you not seen his videos about it?
He'll do anything to create gas.
Yes.
That's his whole That's his whole thing.
Dude, I
Whatever he
fucking love
needs for
that
that
guy.
fart content.
Yeah.
Talk about a guest.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It is
Holy
funny
shit.
that
We need to get Alden.
it
Alden's
is
the
crazy
king.
that like no matter the fart, he's just going to turn into that dog from that racing cartoon.
Yes.
That dastardly dog. You could fart directly in his mouth. He'd go,
Dude, him and I, Zach, I was working the door here like a week ago, and Zach came in and was all fucked up, and he just went in the office and got latex gloves, and like we all were just wearing latex gloves to look like retards.
yeah.
And he blew one up, and we tied it, and me and Alden, while wearing latex gloves, during like the midnight mic on a Tuesday, we're just playing Keep the Balloon Off the Ground with each other for half an hour.
Yeah.
How insane would that be to look into a bar and be like, what's this place? I've heard it on Joe Rogan. And it's me and Alden wearing latex gloves, keeping a fucking
Special needs
balloon.
night.
Dude, Alden's the fucking king.
Oh, look at him in there having such a good time.
Quick,
Should we go in?
quick Alden story.
Yeah, no, it's just a mic tonight. It's free. It's free.
They got a bunch of alcohol if you want to help us play Keep the Latex
It's all
Alive.
local headliners, guys. Come on in.
It's
A real killer show.
Robert Tabbitt talks about how Alden loves the chaos of an open mic and creating like a circus.
He's the Dark Lord.
He is the Dark Lord. There was this guy on stage. The main light at Lucky Duck was out. And he was like, thank God that light's out. I fucking hate it. I didn't realize I don't like it until now. And I see Alden sprint down the stairs and turn it on in the middle of his set and then run back up to the back of the fucking patio, dude. I was like, this guy is the best.
Oh, dude.
He
I
is
feel
the
like
fucking king.
Alden shouldn't let him pick his snack though. We'll just all have tall cups of beans. Just start the episode all eating beans, right?
And then just try and just shit our pants.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
that's a shit pants episode.
Justin's gonna.
he don't care. He said we could fart and shit in here.
Oh, we can shit in here. We can fart and shit in here. That's what he said.
Maybe
Guys,
we should go bean cups and diapers and just let it ride.
I don't really like beans.
No.
I don't really like diapers.
I'll crush beans.
I love beans.
I
Beans
like-
rule.
I like them.
Beans are great.
Yes, dude.
I like
good
them in
food.
Mexican food. It's like it's cool or whatever. But
Sure.
I've never yearned beans. Not once in my life.
I
That's
do
how I
that.
feel about rice.
Oh,
No,
I
really?
love rice too.
Rice
once,
fucks.
Once all of the good
Rice fucks
shit's
hard.
done touching my rice, I'm done with the rice.
No,
I don't
rice.
need it.
You
Yeah,
gotta
once the
eat
meat's
rice.
not
Well, no
touching the
one's
rice,
eating.
I'm
Okay,
not-
well let's clarify here. No one's eating fucking plain rice.
Well,
Some sociopath with a bowl full of rice and literally nothing else.
I've done it before.
yeah, but I'm not
But
finishing
that's out
the
of
rice.
desperation.
Rice is very filling. That might be a real trump card for you. Get some white rice going into that thing. Really filling. Very low in calories, actually. Rice.
Right.
You
Yeah,
can-
I'm not afraid of rice. I'm not one of those guys that's
I like rice.
Yeah, I like rice.
Rice is like the
I eat
pizza
beans and rice
crust of
constantly. It's just so
Mexican and
boring.
Chinese food.
300 calories of white rice is like legit this much rice.
Right.
It's crazy.
But okay, but
You know all that stuff, right? Was that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm not like a dietitian. I don't like weigh food.
Yeah, but you eat like broccoli and chicken all the time.
Fuck no, I don't.
I thought I seen you do it.
No, I mean, this is my downfall is that when I'm like clear-headed and feeling good, I eat pretty decently, which is most of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I come home and I'm tired and half drunk, that's the worst time to
Half
eat
drunk?
shitty food.
Okay.
I was about to
cool
say
it.
half drunk.
Whoa. So when I come home completely sober, no,
Let 'em
that's
know.
I always eat the worst at the end of the
Yeah.
night, and it's not all the time, but like that's the moment where I'll like pass a Wendy's and be like,
In Austin.
someone's going into debt.
Baconator town.
In Austin. Yeah.
That's your inner fat child
Yeah,
calling,
of course.
calling out for you.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Austin, you're trying to be a fat ass. You're like, I've been good.
How
I'm
easy is
trying
that?
to be a fat ass. Where are you going?
Should I dial in a whole day?
Yeah, one meal, and that
One
can
meal.
but that can include going somewhere else like for dessert.
Oh,
Dude, I mean, lately, the CJ's Tacos on
CJ.
Burleson just opened another location in Thicket Park because I follow them on Instagram. That's how delicious they are.
CJ's.
They have a burrito sandwich. It's not even in the tacos. It's a torta, dude. It's a fucking burrito sandwich with their orange fucking mystery salsa.
hell yeah.
Blow your fucking cock off.
CJ's. I've never heard of it.
Zach and Brandon can vouch. We all went there.
Smokehouse?
one day. Oh my god.
What?
Mm.
Is
no,
it?
no, that's
Oh,
not. That's a barbecue
CM.
place. Yes,
Yeah.
which
That's a
I do
crunch
want to try their
place,
crunch wrap.
right? Yeah,
I haven't yet.
It's very good.
It's good.
CJ's torta burrito
Mhm.
is fucking gas.
Mm.
Yeah,
You heard it
that's
here.
fire.
Yeah.
A good birria is always like a queso birria. Like,
I mean, well, dude,
Fuck
me
yeah.
and Chad ate about $40 worth off the hood of my car in Houston.
and for
Last time we
sweets,
were
what are you
there.
doing?
Not a huge sweets man.
Mm.
I don't have a go-to.
Take the sweets out. Yeah, you are.
What? I don't get it.
You're a huge man.
Oh,
I'm not a huge sweets man.
I am a huge man. That's nice. You can
That
call me a
was-
huge man. The heart attack stuff I could go without.
Dude,
but
how-
the huge man is, I'm fine with that.
I'll take it or leave it on the heart attack.
That was the funniest shit ever. We went down for like what do we do? The riot.
Yeah.
And we were a little banged up at the end of the night, so we got a shitload of fucking Mexican food. crushed it on the hood of his car. Both
Where'd you
forgot. Where did we go?
It's some taco truck.
Yeah. We emptied him out and crushed all of it on the hood of his car because we couldn't wait to get anywhere. You know, that would have been a acceptable place to eat on a table. So we just smashed it on the hood of his car. Both woke up, forgot that we did it until we walked out of my friend's house and saw the hood of his car, and we were like, "Oh!" It was like the Spider-Man. We were like, "We fucking
we ate $40
yeah,
for the
we ate
burrito."
$40 for the fucking."
And you know,
dude,
I
there
know.
was red sauce everywhere and like little pieces of lettuce.
Well, no, dude.
It looked like we hit a taco truck.
We could have eaten it. We could have eaten it at the spot, but I kept trying to convince this girl from Houston.
Oh, there was a hot young black girl you were trying to hit on.
Yes. And you were like, dude, we have to leave. It's like 2 a.m. We have to go home. And I was like, but my baby girl.
Yeah.
And you're holding fucking 3 pounds of shit.
Well, you were
so
also
we had to drive away.
You were also doing the thing where they're trying to leave and you keep just talking to them.
I've
and
never done
they
that
get
once in my life,
farther
dude.
and farther away. And
I've never done that once.
he was like, "Yeah, but you know, we got enough food for everybody." They're like
guys
100
like-
yards away.
You guys like goat soup to dip shit in?
Yes.
You ever wear small socks? I got some in my car.
Oh, where are you going? Just to be a fat ass.
Great question.
All right.
I might steal that from you.
Yeah, that is a fucking great question. So I would do Golden Tiger for a double burger, get a full order
Excellent.
of fries, and have like, you know, 2 big IPAs. I just love a good beer, like an ice cold beer while I'm doing a burger. It's like the most American thing ever. And then I would probably end at Alamo Draft House with a boozy milkshake.
Oh, yeah.
And probably a full thing of popcorn. It's so easy to justify eating a giant 1,500 calorie bag of fucking popcorn because you're at a movie.
Right,
They also do the one that's tossed in truffle butter, or you can get the one that's
Shit
like
in my
candy
mouth.
corn. So you're literally, I mean, you smell like a fucking dump truck when you leave that place, but god damn it, you're fucking happy.
That's nice.
Yeah, dude. What about you?
Probably Samataro pizza.
Okay.
I still haven't fucking had
pie
it, dude.
was a good one.
You gotta go.
Sammy's Italian too. I would roll out of that place after some pasta.
Oh, we went with my
still haven't
parents.
gone.
Holy
We
fuck,
went with my
that
parents,
place.
dude.
Oh
We
my
ate
god.
the shit out of
Really?
it.
It's so good.
I'll go with Tara because we're looking for some good Italian. Yeah, I'll probably go Samataro's. I'll probably get myself like a full pepperoni, half shallots, and then they got a new vodka pie. They got a new vodka pie that's out of control. Do that half
Out of
garlic.
control.
All kosher.
It's such a funny way to describe a pizza, dude. This pizza is out of control.
They also do a
This
fried
pizza threw the
arancini.
rule book away a long time ago.
They do an arancini. It's really good. Their meatballs are really good. Yeah, I'll probably just like eat a full pie. If there's any other audibles, I don't really. I mean, Quantos is a fucking hitter.
Quantos is
gas.
fucking rips.
Quantos is really good. I keep trying to find like other places, and then I'm like, let's
Wait,
stop
do you
thinking about it,
just
go
do
to Quantos.
pie or do you go garlic knots or cheesy bread with the marinara?
So they have a bread with the marinara, but
Yeah.
it never feels worth it
Yeah.
when I go. I'll just get more pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's basically like you're doing the work for them. You're
Yeah.
dipping cheese and dough into marinara.
Yeah.
This is just pizza.
Right.
It's just not as good.
They started doing a meatball sub, but I haven't had it yet.
Mm.
But I'm excited to try
Oh,
it.
shit in my
Yeah.
dick.
They
So
also
Fat
do-
Slice does probably the best Italian sub in town.
I heard home slices.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah, yeah,
Home
yeah,
slice.
yeah. Yeah.
Two cheese.
It fucking
Yeah.
rips.
2 cheese and Southside.
Two cheese is a solid sandwich.
Solid sandwich. You think home slice is better?
Yeah, the Italian is better.
It's dude. I just had it for the
What the
first
fuck
time the
do
other
I
day.
know, huh?
It fucking rips.
What the fuck do I know, guys? Let's get defensive over nothing.
Oh wait, let's dessert.
And then for dessert,
Yeah.
I just love ice cream, and there's not
No
a
kidding.
great. There's not a great ice cream place. There just
Amy's?
isn't. Amy's
On
is,
Congress?
is whatever.
Interesting.
Jenny's is far superior on Congress if you're gonna go, but it's
Okay.
expensive.
Okay.
So I'll go to Whole Foods, get pints of Jenny's, and then
Such a Jew move.
bro. Oh my god, I had
Did you
this
see
yesterday.
that he did the thing with his fingers too? He was like, "Good ice cream, a little pricey."
Because they have the pints for whatever reason. Maybe they got some distribution deal way cheaper at Whole Foods than
Yeah.
at their own brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $8 for a pint at Whole Foods. Still pricey, but it'll be like 11 at Jenny's.
Yeah, let's save those couple bucks.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
some schmeckles.
Couple
But,
of shekels, put them in your pocket, go home, watch a movie.
I like baked goods. There's not a lot of great bakeries. I keep trying all the recommended ones. They're okay.
Teal House?
Teal House is solid. That cinnamon roll is very good. Yes. That's kind of all they do. That's great.
Yes.
Tiny's Milk and Cookies on like 32nd is excellent.
Yeah.
One of the better like chocolate, just straight up chocolate chip cookies that I've had in quite some time.
Okay.
Outside of like East Coast, it's very good. And then all their croissants are banging. And they do, what did they do that was so fucking good that I was like kind of pissed that I hadn't been doing it. I'm like not a big muffins guy, but we tried just their blueberry muffin. It was so good.
Do you know what fucks super hard? That is just like a childhood thing for me. Angel food cake with fresh strawberries and vanilla ice cream with, on top of that, the ready whipped cream on top of it. And it's just like soupy fucking vanilla whipped cream, strawberry jizz at the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, I'm going like tres leches for a situation like that.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
I like a good tres leches. Haven't found one out here, but...
everyone in this room is rock hard right now except for bootleg.
Bro, let me tell you this flavor profile is not usually for me. Whole Foods started doing
flavor
a cookie
profile
because I don't like fall stuff. Like I like it, but I'm never going for like apple cinnamon
Not
type
a pumpkin
shit.
spice guy?
Not for me. I like a pecan pie, but like Thanksgiving stuff, I don't love it.
I love a good pecan pie.
So Whole Foods, I just seen it. Intrigue snagged one up. It was cheat day. It's like a apple butter, apple cinnamon like baked cookie. That's all. It's a mix between feeling like cookie-ish and cakey.
Sure.
Out of control.
Really?
It's so I couldn't believe it. Me and Tara were in the car. We were like, "What?
I gotta pull over."
This Whole Food shit is like good, but not as good as like going to a bakery or whatever. And this was crazy.
Sure.
Right over here on the one on E6.
Okay.
Hit it, dude.
I'm here for it.
So good.
Nice. They do a scratch puff pastry Pop-Tart at Jacoby's.
No.
With house-made like icing. It just looks like fucking cum all over the top of this thing.
Yeah.
And it's full of strawberry raspberry jelly. But it's like a legit cum.
Give me more. I was gonna say, give us the jizz.
My tank's a little empty. Kind of fell up.
It's literally this big, and it's called like a scratch Pop-Tart, and it's legit puff pastry. So it
sounds so good.
Oh, dude, it's like a strudel full of like everything made from scratch, like jelly, and then they top it with the icing. And I was having a brunch with like 4 other people, and they kept reaching. It was like high school. They kept reaching over and like taking bites of it. And I was like, I wanted to have one of those moments where I was like, if you wanted one of these, you should have fucking ordered one of these.
Oh, I'm big on saying that.
There's a reason it's in front of me. This isn't a shared item. All of those other things are shared items. Right. But I had to silence the young adolescent fat person in me and go, we're grown now.
Shit.
We have to act like an adult.
Is CJ's used to be Tunita?
La Tunita,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
No, it did.
You sure?
I think so.
That is what it is, right? Because their whole thing is the birria, right? They're like, they have some other shit.
That's what they push.
Like, yeah, I think that is. Where was the other? Where's the Burleson? Yeah,
Burleson.
They do the ramen.
The birria ramen?
Birria ramen.
Yeah,
that's CJ's?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh, wait. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's really fucking good.
It is really good. However, the ramen kind of pissed me off because it's just they pour the birria on like packed ramen.
Yes.
Top ramen.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, trying to be like $14 for this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's, hey. It's new,
I
baby.
like those noodles, but when they're not done like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the al dente ramen-ish, like esque noodles, but the ones they make from scratch.
Dude, this just hit me. I like that.
Yes.
Oh, this place opened up by me, Ramen Del Barrio, that they mix like Mexican flavors with ramen. So they do like a carnitas ramen that is really, really dank.
Okay.
Raza Joffrey, brown guy, put me on to...
With a name like that, are you kidding?
He put me onto this Pakistani place that's right by me that I was like, I should have known better. But you know, there's like this idea on the internet that if a place has like a 3.9 and it's like ethnic food, that means it's the most dank because white people won't like it.
Sure.
And that's like the rule. If you're like 3.7 to a 3.9, that's actually the most dank ethnic food. They just don't know how to order. Unbelievable. This place is a Via. And it was, this naan was so, I would just eat the naan. It's so fucking like buttery and like perfect and still charred on the outside.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's almost like a Neapolitan pizza dough.
Ooh.
It's so fucking good. I couldn't believe it.
Okay. But wait, lunch.
Yeah.
We need yours.
Probably
Fat
just,
ass Austin
probably
day.
just go to Kura's.
Kura's?
Because if I'm gonna wait, not Kura, Kura.
Revolving sushi.
Revolving sushi. Because there's nothing like being rewarded for overeating. You get you get a toy.
Yeah.
It's like
Really?
yeah,
get a
every
toy.
like 5 plates, 8 plates or something.
Yeah.
You get a fucking
8 plates.
There's like a bowling alley screen on the thing when you put your plates in, and it's like you fucking did it, and then a little toy shoots out.
That
yeah.
rules.
So
That is
Positive
pretty cool.
reinforcement for that's awesome.
How's the sushi?
You get a toy.
it's better than mid. You get
Yeah.
a toy. It's better than HEB's.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
They have
HEB's,
some-
HEB's is trash.
Yeah.
It's bad sushi. On the go, not
It
bad.
is passable.
But
yeah.
yeah, it's passable. But Justin, we're been done at an hour, right?
Dessert though, I gotta tell you what I like
Yeah.
to eat for dessert.
Dude, let's wrap on this. I
It's like
can't.
to
I
go back
can't.
home and
I can't wait.
eat my girlfriend's fat pussy.
Lunch.
Bitter soft
I
serve.
don't do that.
I don't do that.
But now I'm gonna have to once you see this episode.
Oh yeah, dude. Holy shit.
You said it. Now get it.
Hell yeah.
Nathaniel, what a fun episode.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
times.
We'd
Thanks for
love
having
to
me.
have you back so soon. Whenever
Anytime.
you'd like.
You tell me.
What do you have to plug, my friend?
Okay.
This will come out in like 3 weeks ish.
every Friday at the Alamo Draft House in Mueller. Now, with some
Secret level?
exceptions, we just started doing it weekly. Secret level comedy.
Fuck yeah.
You Google Secret Level Comedy Austin, you'll see us. We're doing it every week now at Alamo Draft House. 3 weeks
Fantastic
Slam
show.
Time Live podcast I do with Spencer Cavins, good buddy of mine, Cavins. I honestly don't know, but
Great friend.
good homie.
Don't know his last name.
No, it is Cavins, but it's a great podcast. You'll love it.
Sure.
Also, we have this really going on. That's it. And then I do spots around town.
Yeah.
You'll see on
What
my
is-
Instagram. Nat.comedian.
Yeah,
That's
there
my
you go.
Instagram.
There we go.
There you go. I messaged Chris Chan to do Secret Level, and I told him if he didn't book me, I'd kill myself. And he told me to kill myself.
Did he really?
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Pretty good.
He it's so funny that like that's not his last name, but he's like his stage name because he's trying
Right.
to separate. But the name he changed it to is like he's like a convicted pedophile.
Yeah.
Chris Chan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you Google Chris Chan.
Chris Chan, he fucked his mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
for a while, when I first moved
He
here,
like killed the guy too.
his Instagram name was
Holy
was
shit.
Chris Tan, and
well,
I
that's the part he's not trying to let out, but all right.
I called him.
Way to go.
I was calling him.
Polish idiot.
Shut the fuck up. We can bleep it. So I was calling him
Not
Christian.
bleeping it.
I was calling him Christian. Yeah, we're not gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
I was calling him Christian for like the first 3 months, and he never corrected me, not once.
Right.
And I was like, and then
He's
somebody
a
told me,
courteous Asian guy.
yeah, or yeah, he was
I
just
brought him on stage like 5 different names.
okay.
It's hard to keep up with which one he's going
I bring
by.
him up as Jackie Chan.
Squints.
We don't do that here.
Squid Games.
We don't do that here. I love the last time I hosted the Sunday
Open your
mic.
eyes, you're about to die, man.
Squid Games.
That's fine.
It's
The
fucking
last
that's-
time, I know the last time I hosted the mic here, you were like, I think I might do Squint Games, and then you went up and did it, and then the entire crowd was like, no.
And it was not just that, but it like was going well. It was
Right.
going well beforehand, and I was like,
Here we go.
they like me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna land it.
Everyone was like, no, thank you.
It's crazy when that happens.
It's fun. What a fun time the Sunday
Holy
mic
shit.
is. I'm hosting it next week. This won't be out. Who gives a shit? Lunch, what do you got?
I'm opening up in New Delhi. And it's gonna be a couple years before it gets open, but we're doing it. MC Lunchbox, Delhi.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Sick.
Deli. I love that.
awesome. Love it.
Delhi.
How was the play?
You start as Babadook in a
Yeah,
local
the
theater.
Babadook play.
I lie a lot when I'm promoting stuff. But yeah, it was great.
I thought you were gonna stay in it and give me a full
I
description.
did. I killed the role of the Babadook. It was Babadook the musical. So they made me kind of a jazzed up Babadook. They made me wear fancier stuff and do more hands. Babadook
Jazz
really
hands.
doesn't do hands in the
Yeah.
movie, but in the musical he fucking does.
Yeah.
They took all the horror elements out.
Boo.
So basically, Boobadook.
Boobadook, a real titty man.
Great. MC Lunchbox, the best DJ at Roast Battle.
It's so
the
much
king,
fun.
dude. The king.
So much fun.
Mr.
I did
J?
it last night and it was good.
I saw you and I forgot to ask you about it. I feel like such an asshole.
We'll
it's
talk later.
it's always sick when you're on the ones and twos wherever, like you're just running it here, or it's just Nice to know the
I've been on
homies
the
back
Fat
there.
Man with
Yeah.
this motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's just like it's always nice that like you look out that way and you're like, oh, the homie's over there.
Yes, dude.
You know what I mean?
Crushes.
It's sick.
Absolutely crushes. Yeah, Chad J Comedy on Instagram. I know there's a bunch of stuff coming up, but off the top of my head, just check that out and we'll have it posted. This was fucking awesome.
I have plugs.
Oh shit, my bad.
I don't know if this might be out like right before in the middle of October, the 12th and the 13th. I'm going to be in Fort Worth and Dallas with Cam Patterson doing Cam Patterson and Friends show. It's going to be
Fuck
very fun.
yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I think shows are sold out, so I'm just bragging at this point. At Big Sam Hunter on Instagram. I'm
That's great.
gay.
Are you doing Hyenas Fort Worth?
I believe so.
So fun.
Fuck yeah.
You'll love it.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gay.
You guys should go to that show if there's tickets. It's a sick ass room.
Fuck yeah.
I think you talk to the camera. You're very professional. Anyway, do you want to wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
That was fucking awesome. Thank you. That was another episode of Fat Kids.
Fat
Thank y'all for
Kids.
being here. Rate, review, and subscribe. It fucking helps us out a lot. Us and the Creek and Cave channel. Thank you guys all for being here. That was fucking awesome.
Thanks, gang.
Hell yeah.
Swag.
Later.
Good times.
I eat legs of your eggs, bacon at your asshole. I don't give a fuck, I make your hash brown casserole. Breakfast bitches makes me feel good. Morning wood.